Iraqi freedom, and tens of thousands are in harm's way. The late Senator Barry Goldwater is rolling over in his grave at those who have made the term conservative unrecognizable today. The Bush administration has increased the budget deficit, lied to the American people, fought the 10th Amendment, the 1st, the 4th, the 5th. They squandered hundreds of millions of dollars on needless wars, the war against drugs, the war in Iraq, and a war on the Constitution and on the American people. Goldwater had a plaque in his office. I think they're words to live by. They happen to be on my tie here. They're illegitimum non carbonus. Loosely translated, don't let the bastards wear you down. I urge you not to be worn down, to stand up for medicinal cannabis, stand up for your rights, stand up for the Constitution, and stand up for America. Stand up.
Next, I would like to introduce Dr. Todd Micarea, one of my heroes in this movement. Graduated from Temple University Medical School. He was NIMH Director, first Director of Marijuana Research in 1967. He left soon after it when he realized that the research was only about trying to find harm. By that time, he had the pre-prohibition literature on cannabis had piqued his interest, and according to Fred Gardner, he says he went to Mexico to. You might want to talk about that. He became committed to exploring the medical potential and has made it his life's work ever since. And in the Prop 215, he is responsible for the term any other medical condition.
Good to be back preaching to the choir. You have no idea how good it is. And I really appreciate Dr. Bearman's properly focusing on the problems. So much of the time we focus on the victims, we physicians and our patients. But we need to, as he was opining, to look at who it is that is doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're suffering under the influence of a Hatch Act crime wave. We have a law in the books that forbids federal employees from interfering with state and local elections. And we see how cynically, systematically, these have been violated. I'm sorry that we didn't protest enough after Prop 215 passed almost 10 years ago about what kinds of things went on behind the scenes. And not only did it go on behind the scenes before, but after. There was a panic at Barry McCaffrey's office. They had a big whine-in roughly a week after it passed. And the people that attended this, what I call the first conspiracy meeting of this Hatch Act, we had high officials from California and Arizona attending. I tried to get to that meeting, but was blocked, notwithstanding the efforts of Ron Delm's office, who at the time was chair of the Armed Services Committee. And then when I saw a list of attendees that Pat McCartney obtained through FOIA, I knew. It was Parents for a Drug-Free America, CADCA, and other fellow travelers of the prohibitionist scum that I consider the true traitors to America and the violators of law. They've successfully blocked implementation and compliance through either bad decisions, false interpretations of the law by the AG's office. If you want to go and see a hotbed of ignorance and incompetence, go there. And guess what? They're really just merging with the medical board in what they're calling vertical prosecution, where we don't have one step where the medical board physicians review a decision. It goes just directly to the AG's office. Now, they've taken this vertical prosecution one step further, where we have joint visits by medical board investigators and the DEA. It used to be that the DEA would lurk in the shadows and anonymously help these so-called investigations. But now they've become bolder, not just sending an undercover agent like they did to a clinic I was running in Oakland, coming from Sonoma County. Wonder how that happened. Going not to the medical board, but directly to the AG's office to, quote, build their case because they wanted desperately to connect me with giving out of free samples by somebody else in the clinic. Fortunately, they did not succeed, but they sure did with Molly Fry and her husband. And now that bitch of a prosecutor in the Eastern District in California is really sticking it to them. In addition to the home invasion takeover technique, they apply a new technique in the Kafkaesque world of this post-constitutional government. Forbid them from having the right kind of medication. Oblige them to take poisonous medication that diminishes their ability to defend themselves properly.
We so happy we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies, and now's the time to legalize. Tell me brother, tell me true, what the hell we gonna do? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Mother Nature, heaven sent, don't belong to government. Hey there, sister, what's the plan? Do you really understand? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies, now's the time to legalize. Half the world up in smoke, where on earth can we take the tug? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? Human nature, full and free, modifies reality. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Open up, inner flower, peace and love,